Two of the NFL's hottest teams meet on Sunday in Cincinnati when the Chiefs take on the Bengals. Matt, I have a simple question for you. Can Joe Burrow and the Bengals knock off Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and end their winning streak?
I think they definitely have a chance. I mean, first of all, they're at home, and that always helps.
Sure.
And secondly, when we talked about this, the Chiefs-Chargers matchup, this kind of reminds me of that, where if you look at what it would take to beat the Chiefs, the Cincinnati Bengals have that. They definitely have the puncher's chance. I mean, look at what they did. Granted, it was against the Ravens team that is very depleted with injuries, but
especially in the secondary.
Over 500 passing yards from Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I mean, it is absolutely unbelievable. Then you talk about the weapons they have, whether it's Joe Mixon in the running game. You have T. Higgins as your number 2 wide receiver. Then obviously Jamar Chase, who you've been talking about all season. This is a Cincinnati Bengals offense that could absolutely go toe-to-toe with the Chiefs. And I think similarly to what you saw in that Chargers-Chiefs game, it's going to be close.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being an overtime finish.
I wouldn't be surprised at overtime finish either. This is going to be a very tough game. Again, this is two teams that I believe are right near the top of the AFC. Obviously, I believe the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL and the conference as well. But Cincinnati isn't far behind when we're looking at AFC powers. And it starts really with what they're able to do offensively. I believe the Bengals offense, led by Joe Burrow, who I believe is a top 5 quarterback, they're going to be able to match Kansas City score for score if that's what this game comes down to. But Joe Burrow, with that being said, is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL this season. That's still an issue. And with Chris Jones and Frank Clark and Melvin Ingram in the lineup for that Kansas City kind of front 7, I think those guys are going to spell issues for Joe Burrow. And I think the main reason why the Chiefs, like I said, are the best team in the NFL in the conference to me at this point is because they've been able to kind of identify their identity each week, depending on who they're playing, depending on what the game script allows. This team has proven that they can beat you in a 17-13 game with their defense leading the way. And I think the defense coming along the way it has allowed Patrick Mahomes over the last couple weeks to revert to his old form, which is the best quarterback in the game. And now I think this is the scariest version of the Kansas City Chiefs that we've seen in the last couple years, even more scarier than the year they won the Super Bowl. So, but this is going to be a tough matchup. Like I said, I think these are two of the best teams in the AFC. I think this is the Bengals have a quarterback in Joe Burrow who is capable of knocking off Patrick Mahomes, knocking off the Kansas City Chiefs. But I just can't wait to see how this one plays. Are you giving the Bengals the edge, or how do you really see this one playing out?
I don't think you can give the Bengals the edge simply because of what the Chiefs have been doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Bengals still have a lot to prove. This is, still a new and up-and-coming team, really,
100%.
Considering what they did last year without Burrow. But I think that, like I said, the Bengals have a chance. I think they can win at home. I'm actually going to pick them in our best bet this week to win at home. And not only that, but they're kind of playing with the swagger. They've been taking on these tough AFC North competitors, and you sweep the Ravens. You're doing well against Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and they're playing with some swagger, like a team that has a top 5 quarterback and a top 5 wide receiver, for that matter, too. So
Joe Mixon, I just released my top 5 running backs this season. I believe Joe Mixon is a top 5 running back. And, obviously the Bengals are the first team, I believe, in NFL history to have a 5,000-yard passer, 2 1,000-yard receivers, and a 1,000-yard rusher. That is unheard of.
It's unbelievable.
Quite literally, that is unheard of.
They got a little bit better than a puncher's chance, and it is one hell of a punch.
No doubt about it. That's going to be one to watch for sure. Definitely going to have playoff implications and maybe perhaps a playoff preview of this one. But can't wait to watch that one on Sunday. That's going to do it for us, though. For Scott Procter and Matt Morris, we'll catch you next time.